Alright, what's up yins guys? Time for another quick video. And don't know if I'm gonna make a video like this, get somebody to actually follow me with their camera and post it online just to prove this to you guys, but it would be a boring ass video. We'd have to have conversation inside the video for it. But give you a little talk about the importance of going to your local store and carrying 4 jugs of milk or orange juice in public. Part of it's just to show off, but like what I preach, if you want to take, instead of the big kettlebells, take 2 of the smaller kettlebells, because just like carrying shit like this, holding 2 handles together, you don't want to do this when it starts getting into the fall and the colder winter. You'd have to have some kind of thinner anti-slip gloves because it'll get cold in your fingers and turn your fingers blue. But in the warmer weather, the coldness of the milk actually cools you off. It goes up into your hands and cools you off. But at the same time, you gotta worry if you're the sweatness of the how it's slightly wet on the outer handles of the milk, right? It's can be slippery, so you may want to take care of that first, before you take off on your way. But I actually have a personal record, really, going extra time around the block. But some of you guys that watch my other videos for other reasons, I have said this in blogs before, but I'm saying it now too. If because of any of your subjects that people don't like on YouTube or even out there in the world, other subjects I cover, and yeah, and yes, for your haters online and outside too, but in the other haters for the town I used to be too, before I got in this beautiful town, a very important thing, carry this or orange juice. Don't get me wrong, if you want to have a beer in a outdoor barbecue environment or a place that's a restaurant and bar after work, nothing wrong with that. But the importance, in my other subject matter videos I did in my other town, and even when you're walking past local police stations, if anybody is jealous of you or political enemies and want to make lies you're some big alcoholic and drug user, well, you're getting seen. You want to be seen, one, like I says, to show off. And the other town I was in, that a lot of both black and white people you see out, it helps to make conversation. You see your neighbors, both black or white, as friends, talk about how the young kids, instead of them complaining when their parents tell them to go to the store, right, make it a conversation that it's, instead of complaining and, oh, Dad, I want to go to the store, I want to play video games. Say if the young kids are training, say, to play basketball or something when they're in school, this is good. Maybe when the smaller, kids are younger than their teens, might have a little bit of problem carrying these. But even if they carried one each, if they're younger, you're a younger kid, you want to, for the basketball team, you know what I mean? It's a good thing to do, not just something that you got to do for your parents. Hell, I did it when I was younger. I even picked certain people I was related to, family members. For a smaller person my age at the time, I was carrying a case of beer up the steps, which was heavy in glass bottles for, when you're a younger kid, anybody, both either the young dude or the, maybe you or brother or sister cousin was the girl that was actually a tomboy a little bit, trying to pick things up and disprove the boys, what I mean? But yeah, if you're seen carrying it in public, it works for everything. Say shows you're not lazy, and if you're involved in other good things in the community, and you got old neighborhoods, or you got haters that tried, or jealousy, you try to say you're on crack or meth because you have certain opinions that are not theirs. And I'm communicating with a few on YouTube too, which once in a while you get those comments like right there. Yeah, and yet say if you can take the path even past your local police station, and it don't hurt to get involved in charitable events and everything else, and to get seen good things in public. But not only that, like to prevent any slander about drug use or whatever, or you're some big alcoholic or something. it curbs that, and plus it invokes conversation among your friends, both black and white. You know how the kids need to do that to play basketball. Well, it starts conversations because your friends are going by, and then you crack a joke like, yeah, maybe one of these days I'll just save myself the trouble and get me a cow. And at the same time, it's a rebelling against this stupid ass environmental fanatics that say cows are bad for the environment and you shouldn't be drinking milk because of all that yada yada. That's another reason, before I end this video too, that if you guys can beat me to this and, hey, carry your milk. Well, for some people that are more built for me, like say a football player, it's laughable in a sense because you get the people that are both in high school, college, and the football players, bigger arms. Carrying like 4 of these is like child's play. Well, it's child's play to me, but there's some people that can't do it, and they do. There's the people like the little handicapper generals out there, the beta males that they're calling out on YouTube. Say they look at you like just because they can't do it, it's uh, you're being freakishly strong, and it might be scary, criminally insane, and all that stuff. And the people that wanna are down lower than you, you know, are looking like what the hell. And then the people that are like the bigger time bodybuilders and the football players, they can probably out carry these, beat me at this, and probably carry it for 4 or 5 miles. But in the summertime too, you know, if it's hotter outside too, you can't be out there forever. You don't want the milk to spoil, and then you don't want it to be too cold outside where you freeze your fingers off. But it's a very good thing. And if you can't do this, take the 2 smaller kettlebells, because you're squeezing 2 handles together, and it's better for your grip than just carrying a bigger kettlebell. So you take a certain weight of 2 kettlebells you normally carry. Well, take, instead of the 2 kettlebells of a particular weight, right? Get 4 kettlebells that like 2 and 2 equivalent to the 2 that you of the same weight. You know what I mean? Because it squeezes the handles together. But if the kettlebells, the handles are too thick, it takes more effort for your thumb to wrap around one too. But you could do that. But yeah, one of these days, if I don't, hey, you can do the same thing too. Get one of your friends to follow you behind with a camera, which if I don't, hey, you guys could do that. I'm going to get somebody to do it one of these days, but it'd be a boring ass video unless you have some kind of fitness conversation in it, you know what I mean? Then you may want to break your record, go to walk from a store that's farther away than the store you usually go, right? But just to break your record, you know, and your forearms will be feeling it, guaranteed. But like the only danger of going to a faraway store, you know, if it's real hot outside, you don't want your milk to spoil, and you don't want the orange juice to go bad either. You know, if you do orange juice, but you know what I'm saying.